Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble HEROIC campaign guide, I'm going to take a look at Mor'Ladim in Duskwood. The heroic version of Morladim is similar to the regular version in that there's going to be a bunch of skeletons that are going to spawn, skeletons and skeleton mages, and then they're coming for your base. Except this time there's also ghouls in the mix. Also, Morladim's army package is quite scary because it's basically the full assortment of undead. There's banshees, there's gargoyles, there's abominations, and there's meat wagons. So almost no matter what you do, Morladim is going to have some units that can spell trouble for you. My strategy for this one is to first take this tower. I want a strong first push here, take this tower. My main angle of assault to Morladim is going to be from here, from the left lane. So I take the tower and I keep assaulting from here. On the right lane, I mostly just defend when the skeletons come, and I do try to mine this deposit. I'm trying to mine this deposit, and I'm trying to mine this deposit whenever I can, and just try to get a push going and beat up Morladim. And this is the army that I use for Morladim encounter. This same army works without talents, it works for all factions, and it works up to red difficulty. So, pretty good, I must say. So what I have here, I have Ghoul. Ghoul is a very cheap tank, and there's going to be lots of corpses because there's going to be lots of squads, which means that Ghoul is going to be eating, and that means Ghoul is going to be staying alive and protecting your damage dealers. I have Footmen. Footmen are the sturdiest tank in the game, and also the sturdiest tank that's Banshee proof. I tried with Abomination on my first go, yeah, that wasn't fun. So Footmen so that I'm immune to Banshees basically. Then some AoE damage because there's a lot of squads, and AoE damage comes in the form of Flamewaker, Batrider, Pyromancer, and Drake. So just everything else is AoE damage because there's so many squads. With this team, you need to keep in mind that you sometimes need some anti-air. You need to be able to handle gargoyles, and there's also some vultures. And if you have only ground units and they don't shoot air, then even vultures can be annoying. So Pyromancer or Drake needs to accompany each really big push, so that you will have something that can shoot up. Then those big pushes on the left lane after you take the tower, mostly defending on the right lane, and try to mine whenever you can. And I'm going to show you gameplay footage of a couple of factions that I did this with, but the same army works with all factions, works to all leaders. And this is what it looks like in action. Alright, first up, let's go in with Alliance, although it really doesn't matter which one it is. So the Footmen, and then some support for the Footmen. I'm putting in the Flamewaker over there. And then next, I just really want to get stuff out there. I'm putting in the Batrider. So now we have AoE damage and we have Footmen tanking. We take the tower really quick here at the start, and then I deploy the Pyromancer because we need that anti-air. Either Pyro or Drake has to follow each of the big pushes. So now that one's going fine, but then there's the skeleton army coming from the other side. I wait until they engage the tower so that they are not going to shoot at my Drake immediately. Then I deploy the Drake to take them out. The tower can tank some. Notice my tower is 12, their minis are 13, my tower is lower level, it can still tank some. Then some of those skeletons are going to start rising from the ground, but the advantage when they rise from the ground is that you get to shoot them before they rise. So AoE damage in place, you kill so many of them before they even rise. And now we can just keep pushing. There's an Abomination deployed by Morladim. What Morladim deploys depends really on what you're going to do. Sometimes it's the Banshees, sometimes it's the Gargoyles, but that kind of forced the Abomination out of it, and well, a bunch of Footmen versus Abomination, that's going to go fine. I also had an opportunity to mine a little bit there. You have to take those chances. Those windows of opportunity to mine, they are small, and it was important to take that. Drake is doing fine defending the other side. I keep watching the other side occasionally to see how the defense is going, but this is the side where I'm trying to attack. We're getting an attack in. Now the Drake is down, so we wait a little bit again. We wait, hold. And okay, they engaged my base, I deploy the Drake, and the Drake takes down the biggest DPS minions immediately. I also deploy a Ghoul out there to have some more defenses, but my main push has reached Morladim and taken the victory. Okay, let's repeat the same story with Blackrock. So I'm deploying the Footmen again, I put something to help the Footmen, this time it's a Batrider. And then I'm wondering, okay, maybe I can afford to get a Flamewaker out there, and we do. Flamewaker is good chunk of damage. And now I'm waiting a little bit, holding. The tower goes down. My push is going well. On the other side, the skeletons are approaching, so I need to wait. And I need to wait a little bit more. I need to wait for them to engage. That's really important. So they engage, and then we drop the Drake. And now the Drake is going to handle those. I also drop a ghoul to help out over there. Now I'm a little concerned because I didn't get anti-air into this push. It's a little bit late, but I figure it's probably going to be fine anyway. So we drop some AoE out there. We managed to beat down those spawning skeletons pretty quickly. Grab an opportunity to potentially mine. Okay, there's only one gold there at the moment, but I hope that maybe there's going to be a second before the miner goes in, and it's exactly what happens. So preemptively deploying the miner, and I managed to mine twice. Alright, but another push is coming in again at the base, and this time I'm wondering, okay, which minion will I use to defeat that? I used Flamemaker, needed to position it 1 centimeter higher, so that it would have killed the mage immediately. No, it didn't. I need to respond with a bat really quick so that my base doesn't take too much damage. Now between the bat and the Flamewaker, I believe I have enough power on the other side, so I'm able to try to go for mine, but I'm a little bit too optimistic. The ghoul actually kills my miner. Whoopsie, no mining for me. Either way, this is still fine. We have Drake. Drake is handling the gargoyle. We push in with a Pyromancer. No, we actually have push coming from both sides. That's not typically the case, but sometimes it also works out like that. I don't know how exactly they're handling that things, but I mean, I have so much AoE on the right side now that they might be able to handle everything. Ghoul is doing so much tanking there. Now we have a right side push coming in, and I want to prepare for a big push from the left. So I deploy the footmen. Footmen are my sturdiest unit. Just making sure that nothing is going to threaten me from the other side. Nope, no threats from there. Now we get to mine. We get to deploy some AoE units. Things are looking up. No big threats coming yet either. Nope, just a pair of mages. They're not a big threat. I'll deploy a ghoul just to tank them for a while, although I do deploy it a little bit too early and a little bit too far away so that base doesn't actually engage. Tiny mistake, but it's totally fine. Now I spot a rare opportunity to mine at the center. Hey, when you're presented with an opportunity to take it, although that does fail because the skeleton spawned. But be that as it may, the footman push was successful and it's another victory. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.